First it was Lisa, then Jennie, then Rose. All the members of Blackpink, I have reviewed their stuff now, and I'm kind of getting some heat for it, but we're gonna keep going on. We're gonna keep rolling through it. It's what we're doing here. And today I am checking out one of the last releases from the girls of Blackpink. So that out the way. Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Matt Diazable coming at you with some new music reviews. Just like I said, I was reviewing all of the Blackpink members. It kind of snowballed into this effect. So now I'm here doing the last member to release, I think, well, not the last, but the last one for me to find and everything. And that is Jisoo with her EP called Amortage. I'm not too sure if it's like a Italian or Latin word or just an English word. I'm sure if you're like coming onto this review, this video, you probably know who Jisoo is, but just in case, from what I know about her, she is a member of one of the biggest K-pop groups of all time called Blackpink. I think they debuted, if I'm correct, 2016 is when they debuted. And if I'm correct, from what I've heard from friends and other stuff, I think the band's been on hiatus for a while. And that's why a lot of them have been putting out solo projects. And if I'm correct in the timeline, this came out in February 2020. No. Then I guess Jennie's would be the last album to come out. And I recently reviewed that. That's in the channel, link maybe down below, but it's on my channel. And Jisoo is the last one. And like most of these members, I don't really know much about her. Pretty sure I can guarantee she's one of the few members that was born and raised in Korea. I know Lisa's from Thailand. And the other two, I think, Rose was born in New Zealand and lives in Australia, and same with Jennie, born in New Zealand. They're Korean Americans, or not Korean Americans, but Kyopos, Koreans born abroad. But yeah, let's get into this review. Jisoo's debut EP, it feels like a solo project that really knows what it wants to be, and that is cool, catchy, and unbothered by, being overly deep. It's a simply like fun set of songs. It's a confident and easy listening experience that really leans into her soft vocal tone. It has a very light production and a vibe that really balances out the both Korean and the English words being spoken out here very nicely. From the start of the EP, it creates a very chill and very echoey atmosphere with the opening song. Here, she has a very soft, almost like airy-like quality to her vocals that just really glide through the simple beats and the very simple finger snap percussion. And this simplicity to her music really makes the music very instantly accessible. Like, you hear it and you're kind of like drawn in because it's very like, less is more. She's not doing too much. It draws you in. Overall, nothing on here feels like it's too hard to sing. Like, you don't feel too embarrassed to want to sing because you're like, oh, it's too complicated, too hard. It's really easy. It's really accessible. So I think that's a big strength to this record and this particular song. And a really good example of that is on the song, and I think it's probably her lead single, Earthquake. It has a really soft hook where all she's just using is the simple like dot dot, like da 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 da. I'm doing it really bad, but she's not really using any words. She's just using ad libs and sounds to really create a very easy chorus to sing along to that honestly kind of reminds me of like a Kylie Minogue song. It could easily fit on any of her kind of records. Kind of remind me of Can't Get You Out of My Head and that song Padam. Like, there's something there to where, it's easy to just enjoy. And then you have Your Love, which shows Jisoo playing with textures and switching between soft and husky vocals and like a very whispery delivery here before the beat really kicks in and lifts the whole track up to a whole nother level. I was also really surprised that, the production on this EP has a really good flow to it and a good sense of just pacing to it. Everything blends very nicely. And because the EP is also only like 4 tracks, at least the online one, there's an extended version with a remix of Earthquake and one with like a 7-second intro, which I don't think really factor too much into the overall sound of the EP. But the EP itself has only 4 tracks, and I think that's good because it's less is more. Everything flows nicely, so you get a stronger like feel for who she is and wanting more because there's not much here, but it's all done very well. In fact, now that I think about it, this particular song might have the strongest chorus for her vocals on this EP. It doesn't seem like she's like going for power in terms of her vocal performance here. She just knows how to deliver a melody that just sticks really well. Then you have the playful, bouncy song Tears, which feels like, you know, it's pulled straight out from like the 2010s K-pop world. It has a bit of like a nostalgic throwback vibe to it with a very thick beat and kind of quick energy to it. And what stands out about this track and overall, I think her presence is how she just easily blends English and Korean. It doesn't really feel too forced or just, you know, it just feels very casual and conversational. It makes a lot of the transitions, like I said, they don't feel too forced. It just blends in really nicely. I was very like not thrown back by it, but I was like, it's smooth. Everything's really smooth on here. I would say there's real personality in how she structures her vocals. No two sections on this particular song really feel the same, so it really keeps the track to be very interesting overall. And when it comes to the chorus of this song, it's a bit like light at the very start, but by the end of the song, you're like toe tapping, you know, the catchiness just really gets in your head without even realizing it. So it's a bit of an earworm of a song. And I thought it was really funny, you know, because I'm half Korean myself, and just listening to the English and Korean, like the way she uses certain words in Korean and English, and if you know both languages, it just does a really good job of blending them together, where like I'm easily translating them in my head, and I'm like, oh, that kind of goes pretty well together. Now, if the EP has any stumbles on it, I would say it would have to be the song Hugs and Kisses. The heavy reverb and distorted vocals open up with a lot of confidence, and Jisoo sounds very fierce here, very strong, almost kind of channeling a little bit of like Katy Perry in her delivery and energy. But the beat itself doesn't really match up to the energy that Jisoo is bringing here. It feels a little bit dated in terms of how the backing track sounds, and it's a little cheesy at times, and it tries to be a little bit too try hard compared to the other smooth vibes you get on this project. Vocally, she's giving it her all, but the track doesn't really quite land as good as her. So it feels like, you know, a leftover track that they kind of like dressed up to be a little bit more glitzy and glamour, and like, hey, we got this. And it's kind of like, it's all right. Still, this EP, Armortage from Jisoo, really works because it doesn't really pretend to be more than it is. It's not trying to be overly deep or experimental. It's simple, it's fun, catchy, and easy to enjoy. Like, Jisoo isn't trying to like flex her vocal gymnastics here, but she doesn't really need to. It seems like she really knows how to like stay in her lane, and so she knows where her strengths are, and she really works on those, and it comes in very clearly. So a lot of the songs out here just sound really good, mostly because of just how good her vocal performances are. There's a confidence when it comes to keeping things simple, and she's pulling it off here. And I would say this EP doesn't really redefine what K-pop is. It's just a really solid, toe-tappy, catchy debut from Jisoo that she just really knows exactly who she is and what she wants to do. Very confident. With breezy choruses, chill production, and a very refreshing vocal presence, it's kind of like an EP that, you know, you're going to always come back to it when you just want to listen to something that's really good and simple. Like classic pepperoni pizza, classic black dress. You know, simple is best. You can never go wrong with it. It always comes back, and that's what it feels like with this EP. So overall, I would say it's confident, catchy, and just quietly cool. So this latest EP from Jisoo, Armortage, still messing that up. I would have to give it a good and solid 8 out of 10. Links down below. Tell me what you think about this album. Tell me what you think about Jisoo, all the other group, and, you know, some other recommendations. I'm always down for it. So until next time, 다음에 봐요.